Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is sort of an impromptu one that I just put together quickly because I was out this weekend and this past week and I picked up some brand new drugstore products that I wanted to quickly share with you. I haven't tried some of them and a few others are just sort of more of a first impression. I might have tried them over the weekend or actually just today. I tried a few for the first time. So they're not going to be like any in-depth reviews or anything like that, but I mainly just wanted to share them with you and show you what's new and what's out there. So if something piques your interest, then you can keep an eye out for it in the drugstores near you. So let's take a look. All right, so first up, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw all the photos I posted over the weekend of some new Physicians Formula products that I saw out at Harmon. Now, if you don't know of Harmon, they are like a drugstore, and I went to a freestanding one, but they also have Harmon inside Bed Bath & Beyond and Christmas tree shops. So if you have ever seen in Bed Bath & Beyond where they have sort of that like drugstore section with the beauty products, that's actually Harmon. And they are sort of known for putting things out way ahead of time before you can find things online and things like that. So I always try to make a trip there. It's not super close to my house, but we happen to be in the neighborhood and I said we have to stop at Harmon and see what's out there because I had a feeling like this time of year is when drugstore new releases sort of start ramping up. Usually in December at the regular drugstores, but at Harmon's you can always kind of find things a little bit sooner. So first up is some awesome new products from Physicians Formula. They look really interesting and exciting. The first one is this little guy right here, and it's the Rosé All Day Oil-Free Serum. This is in a really beautiful white bottle with flower petals on it, and it's really, really heavy. It almost feels like it's a glass bottle, but I don't think it is. Maybe it is, I don't know. It says it is hypoallergenic, paraben-free, gluten-free, oil-free, dermatologist-tested, and cruelty-free. And then on the back it says that it's oil-free, pearl luminous formula helps tighten and brighten skin for a radiant glow. So this comes in a dropper formula, and it sort of has a milky white consistency, but when you start to apply it to your skin, you can see this like sort of pink sheen to it, and it's a little bit pearlescent, and it makes, I wore it today for the first time, and it made my skin so soft. I put it on after I was done with my skincare and before I put on foundation. I actually kind of used it as like a primer, and it really helped my foundation to go on super smooth, and I just have like this glow that's sort of coming through my foundation, which I love. It's not sparkly, it's not glittery, I just feel like I look really healthy. So this is awesome, and I can't wait to play around with it a little bit more and use it for longer, but just first impression wise, I really like it so far. And then next up is the Spotlight Illuminating Primer. This came in only one shade, and it comes in a really heavy sort of frosted glass bottle. It does have a pump, which is nice, and this is a much sort of glowier version than the Rosé All Day Serum. It has a lot of sheen to it and some glitter as well, which I didn't notice right away when I applied it in the house, but when I went outside, there's definitely some glitter here. I actually today, since I used the Rosé All Day serum underneath my foundation, I used this sort of, I just dotted it on my cheeks because I thought it's super glowy. It might be like able to be used as a liquid highlighter, but it really wasn't that intense when I tried to use it as a highlighter. So next I'll definitely try using this under my foundation and see if it adds too much glow, because right now I'm really loving the subtlety of the rosé formula, so we'll see, but this might be like a little bit too much glow for me. It just kind of seems a bit intense. Next up is the Refreshmint Cucumber and Bamboo Eye Depuffer Stick. It claims to be hypoallergenic, fragrance-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, oil-free, dermatologist-tested, clinically tested, cruelty-free. It says that it's a cooling, hydrating, and fast-absorbing treatment stick for an instant pick-me-up. A skin-nourishing blend of green ingredients, peppermint, cucumber, aloe vera, and other ingredients cool skin to visibly reduce the appearance of tired eyes, while hydrating bamboo shoot and glacial mineral water refresh the skin. So it looks kind of interesting. I actually have a sort of under eye depuffing stick from Pure Cosmetics that I'm kind of curious to see how this compares to that. That one doesn't have mint in it, and I'm a little bit leery of putting peppermint underneath my eyes just because I'm not sure if it's going to irritate me or not. But I did sort of use this on the back of my hand, and it does have a really sort of refreshing, cooling sensation to it, and I love how it definitely adds like a ton of hydration. So I will be playing around with this and letting you know my thoughts down the road. And then another pretty exciting find is the Charcoal Detox Cleansing Stick. This right away reminded me of the Tarte Friction Stick, which I absolutely love, and I was hoping to find out if this was a dupe for that. It comes in a twist-up stick as well. It's thinner than the Tarte one. The Tarte one is wider. It's kind of more like that, and it's really easy to cover your face easily and quickly. This one is a lot smaller and slimmer. Let's see, what are the claims? It says it's a revolutionary deep pore cleansing treatment stick made with purifying charcoal, draws out dirt, oil, and impurities, delivering a deep clean while leaving skin silky smooth, ultra soft, and visibly clear. It says the key ingredients are deep cleaning bamboo charcoal, natural exfoliating minerals, and nourishing artichoke leaf. And it basically just says to apply the cleansing stick directly to your face, then wet face and massage in a circular motion to add to pores. So I haven't tried this on my skin yet, but I did try it on the back of my hand quickly, and it does say to use it on dry skin and then add water later. And when I used it on dry skin, I had to press really, really hard and hardly anything came out on my skin. So I ended up sort of dampening my hand a little bit and then going in with it. And it's definitely not as intensely exfoliating as the Tarte Friction Stick is. I feel like that one has a lot more grit to it. This one, it did feel like it got my skin really clean, but it doesn't have the same exfoliating properties as the Tarte one. But again, I'm going to use it on my face and let you guys know in the future my thoughts on this one as well. And then the last product I picked up from Physicians Formula is the Killer Curves Mascara. I haven't had the best luck with Physicians Formula mascaras in the past, so I don't know why I got this one, but I guess I just keep hoping that maybe I'll like one of them. This one claims to be a voluptuous, full volume curling mascara with an hourglass shaped brush that coats and sets even the tiniest lashes. Lash lifting polymers and volumizing collagen provide the perfect combination of curl and volume, infused with provitamin B5 peptides and amino acids to nourish and strengthen lashes. So the brush actually looks really nice. It has that hourglass shape. It reminds me a lot of the Too Faced Better Than Sex. And I did use this on my eyes today, and I wasn't super impressed with it. I did feel like the brush was comfortable to use and it didn't clump up and make my eyelashes goopy. It's sort of more of a slightly drier formula. However, it just didn't do all that much. I just feel like my lashes are sort of average, I guess. So there are other options at the drugstore I prefer over this, like the CoverGirl Supersizer or the L'Oreal Lash Paradise or even the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I guess this would be good if you like more of a natural lash look, but I tend to go for like lots of volume and lots of length, and this just kind of fell flat for me. And then next at Rite Aid, I actually found a new foundation from Almay called Best Blend Forever, which is such a cute name. It came in 8 shades in the store, but on Amazon I saw that they actually have 12 shades, which is a really good range for Almay. I feel like they normally only come out with like 4 shades or 5 shades, so they're getting better, I think, with shade selection. There still wasn't a great range on the deeper end. Everything seemed to be more skewed towards lighter to medium skin tones, but this has packaging similar to the new Revlon Insta Filter one, whatever it's called, and it has a spongy tip here, but you can also unscrew it and just use this, which is what I do. I don't particularly care for the sponge to apply it, but there is a hole in the sponge so you can squeeze the tube and let the product come out and then put it all over your face. But I don't find that it works all that well. I still want to end up blending it with my fingers or a brush or something else. But I do really, really like this formula so far. I wore it over the weekend. I'm actually wearing it today. And for dry skin, it's amazing. I believe it claims to give 8 hours of hydration. So I think it is meant to be more for like normal to dry skin types. But what I love about it even more is that it looks so natural on my skin. It doesn't have a ton of coverage. I would say it's medium, maybe like sheer to medium. I did have to build it up a little bit, and I definitely had to use concealer on top of this to sort of hide more of the dark circles under my eyes and the redness around my nose. But this looks exactly like skin when you put it on. You can't tell that you're wearing foundation, and I love that about it. It also was really long lasting for me. I wore it to my birthday party on Saturday, and it lasted right through. Actually, when I was going to bed at night, I was about to take my makeup off, I thought like, wow, my foundation actually still looks really good. So I'll continue to use this and play around with it a bit more, but just over the few times that I've used it, I'm really enjoying this formula so far. And the last product I'm going to talk about today is the Revlon Sunlit Dream Highlighting Palette. There are 2 different versions. I found this at Walmart. This is sort of has more natural highlighting shades like pink and champagne and sort of a bronzy toned one, a gold. It's just a little bit more wearable. The other one, the Galaxy Dream, I think it's called, it has like the purple highlight, green, like blue with shift. So I do prefer this one. And when I first got this and I went to swatch it, the powders felt soft, but they didn't have like that really buttery sort of rich feeling like the Wet n Wild highlighters do, the color icon ones. So I thought this is going to be dry and dusty and it's not going to show up, and I sort of like pushed it off to the side and like was going to just probably put it in the pile of things that I don't feel like even testing. But then something made me just try it on my face, because so often this happens where I'll swatch something and I think, it doesn't swatch well. But that's really not the true test. So I always try to make sure that I at least try something on my face first before I completely disregard it. And this was one of those products, because when I went to put it on my face, let me just show you really quickly what a glow this gives. And it's not super intense, like to the point where it's sparkly, but it's intense enough that it shows up. And it's a really, really smooth highlight that's not chunky, it's not glittery. I mean, it just adds like the most beautiful glow. I just used this white shade right here, but it's very, very wearable and a natural highlight, but it shows up so easily. I mean, I just picked it up really quickly with my brush. So I'm just really impressed by this one. I don't wear a lot of highlighter because I prefer natural ones like the Essence Pure Nude or the Clinique highlighting stick. I like those because they're not glittery, they're not overly shimmery, they just add a glow that you can kind of see when you turn your head, and that's what this gives as well. So I'm really enjoying this highlighting palette. I think it's awesome, and I definitely would check it out if you're into the natural highlights, because it's so easy to use. It's just one quick swipe and boom, like you have your beautiful glowy highlight. Alright guys, so that does it for this drugstore haul. I hope that you enjoyed this video and found a few products that you may want to try and find at your local drugstore. If you have seen any of these products or tried them already, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on all of them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!